Colin O'Keefe here for LXBN TV. My guest today recently wrote a series of posts on things that he wished he knew when he was a younger lawyer, and these posts have been getting a bit of traction as of late. That guest is Cordell Parvin. He is a lawyer coach based down in Dallas, and he is author on the excellent and appropriately titled Cordell Parvin blog. Cordell, first, let's start with the professional side of things. What advice should young lawyers have? What advice do you wish you had when it comes to career and client development?
Well, one of the really important things, Colin, is that learning does not stop when you get your pass the bar exam. A greater amount of learning takes place when you're starting out practicing law. Another really important thing is to focus on clients. Law school teach lawyers to think like lawyers. What I suggest lawyers do is learn to think like a client. So those two really, really important things.
Definitely. And then what about the personal side of being a lawyer? I know it isn't the easiest profession to have when you're looking for things like work-life balance and that type of thing. But what advice do you have there when it comes to the personal side of being a lawyer?
Well, there's this concept that you can have work-life balance, and I tell lawyers there's no such thing as work-life balance. I was a trial lawyer, so if I had a trial coming up, I was working hours and hours and hours and hours. If the case settled right before the trial, well, then I was working fewer hours. So it was never balanced. What I tell lawyers, and this is a Stephen Covey concept, you and I have talked about him before, is that you should base your life based on priorities. What's important to your life? Stephen Covey talked about roles. I was a father, I'm a husband, I was a son, I'm a brother, I was a practice group leader. So I was planning my career around those roles. The second thing I think that's really important on the personal side, when I give talks to young lawyers, I'll say, draw a circle, put 168 in the middle, and I ask them what that represents. Well, 168 is the number of hours in a week. And then I have them, draw a pie chart. And so you should have somewhere around 72 hours, waking hours for your personal life. And you should have a game plan. It shouldn't be random what you do in terms of your personal life. So again, if you're focused on priorities, then it's a pretty easy thing to plan your week around those priorities.
Absolutely. It's always good to know your roles and then plan around them. And of course, another Stephen Covey thing is to be proactive, and the advice that you're giving there is certainly an example of that. Once again, that was Cordell Parvin. For more of his insight and to read the posts I'm referencing, and you certainly should, be sure to visit cordellblog.com. And of course, if you're not watching us here on our site on LXBN, visit lxbn.com for curated commentary from the Lex Blog Network's more than 8,000 members and more of these LXBN TV video interviews. Thank you for joining me today, Cordell.
Oh, great fun, Colin. Thank you.